Hey guys, welcome to my channel and to the search for the best budget Bluetooth earbuds. A little bit of a mouthful, but in 2018 we're seeing a lot of the headphone jacks disappearing in the phones and everyone's going to have to start using more Bluetooth earbuds. So I set a little bit of a goal for myself to find the best budget Bluetooth earbuds. So the goals I've set for myself for this is they need to be under around $50. They need to fit nicely around the ear, not come out. If you're commuting or using them for exercise, they need to sit comfortably. They obviously need to be Bluetooth and easy to connect to your phone. And last of all, they obviously need to sound really good. Everyone has a little bit of a different preference on sound. Everyone hears a little bit differently. For myself, I like more of a bassy note, nice clear vocals, nothing too bright and too high pitched. So with Bluetooth earbuds, you've sort of got a few different categories. You've got true wireless, like the few that we're looking at today. You've got the next level up is where they connect with a cable to your ears. The next level up is where they're a little bit more bulky and maybe go around your ear, have a little bit more battery, a little bit more heavy. And then finally the next level is the ones that go around your neck and then have a separate wire that goes to your ear. As far as I know, the higher you go in this, the heavier they get, the bigger they get, the more battery you get, which means that it lasts for longer. So the three we have today to look at are all true wireless earbuds. We have the HTK-18 TWS earbuds. We also have the AZEXi Air60 earbuds. And last we have the Moxpad M6. So let's get into it and we'll have a look at these. First off, we've got the HTK-18 TWS earbuds. These came in a really nice little cardboard case with reflective text. In the box you'll find the two separate earbuds, a charging case, a charging cable, and also you'll find two more ear tips, a small and a large. The charging case seems really nice, has nice LEDs to show you how much battery is left. Altogether, I really like the package of this, how small it is, it's really compact, and the LEDs really help with knowing how much battery you have left. So with wearing these, they don't have any wingtips, you just twist them into your ear and they twist in and they feel really good. They are quite large in your ear, so you'll definitely notice that you're wearing them. However, they do sit in quite far into your ear and they're not sticking out and obvious for everyone else. Like I said, they do feel quite big in the ear, but I wore them for around 2 hours and there wasn't much fatigue, didn't hurt my ears or anything like that. They are quite comfortable. Putting them back in the case, they've got a nice little magnet, so they do clip back in really nice. But how do they sound? These have a more of a bassy sound signature. They don't actually have a really big bass or anything, but they are warm and more towards that note. The highs are okay, the vocals are okay. These aren't bad, but they're also nothing spectacular, nothing really bad, nothing really good. Just overall an okay sounding set of earbuds. You will get a video delay, so if you're trying to watch YouTube or anything on your phone while you're commuting or you're trying to watch a movie, you're not going to enjoy it. It's quite a big delay and quite noticeable and it's not great. So the battery life of the TWS is around 2 hours. I tested them, definitely got that 2 hours, and then you should get around 8 charges with these. I didn't ever fully let this case run out because I like to have them charged up and ready to go. All these are quite easy to pair. They're all fairly similar. They all have their own instructions, so I'll just go through it with the first pair. So with the TWS, the left one is the main one, so you hold that down until it flashes red and blue. Then you hold down the second one, the right, you hold that down to it flashes red and blue. They'll sync together. There's also audio prompts with this. Once they connect together, they'll no longer flash red and blue, they'll just flash blue. So once they're just flashing blue, you grab your phone, go to the Bluetooth settings, and you find your device. Once you've connected these once, the next time you use them, you just put them in your ears, turn one on until you hear it turn on, hold the other one until you hear that turn on. They both pair up, they both connect to your phone. There's no going to the Bluetooth settings or anything like that. If you turn one off, they both turn off. The Bluetooth connection on these are pretty good. You will get an occasional cutout. If you cover one ear, you will lose connection between them and they'll cut out. But other than that, if you're just commuting, you probably won't have an issue, but if you're moving around a lot, exercising, you will get the occasional glitch or cutout. They also do advertise a 10-minute Bluetooth distance, and I tested this out and you definitely get that 10 meters. The second set we have are the AZEXi Air60. These came in a white box. In the box you'll find a charging case with the earbuds inside. Under this you'll find some extra ear tips and wing tips, an extra large and an extra small of both of these. You'll also find a charging cable. Charging case seems pretty nice. It has chrome style edging on it and it has a magnet close. These ones actually are a bit tricky to get out, a little bit fiddly to get out of the box, but it's no big issue. Everything seems really nice. The LEDs on the box aren't as informative. So with the fit of the Air60, once you get them out of the box, they just go in the ear and twist in. They got nice little wingtips. For myself, I need to get the large wingtips and the large ear tips, which I don't always have to do. So if you have big ears, that might be an issue. You might not go big enough, but they fit quite comfortable. I think they look fairly good. I think they have a pretty good design. The ear tips wrap around the earbud, so they're not going anywhere. It also gives it rubber the whole way around the earbud, which is really nice and helps it stay in the ear. It's only about 1 gram lighter than the TWS, but they feel really light. Just handling them, wearing them, they feel a lot lighter than the others. So for sound, these are quite loud. They have a cooler sound signature. They have lots of highs, clear vocals, but they also seem quite high. There wasn't much bass. Once I did swap over to the larger ear tips and wings and got a bit better seal, you did get a bit more bass, but it's not a huge amount. With the sound of most earbuds, it's down to the seal. The ear tips on these are quite flimsy and don't give a good seal. So I would recommend getting a different set of ear tips. I have done some reviews on ear tips, cheap ear tips before, foam tips. I've got one set here. If you were interested, let me know down below and I'll get on to reviewing these. For a better set of ear tips, are going to make these sound way better. These ear tips are just not good. But if you can get a good seal, they will sound a lot better. But overall, not amazing sound and a little bit too high for myself. Connecting them up was pretty much the same as the TWS, pretty simple, but when wearing them and using them, there was a lot more cutouts. Just moving around, just walking, anything, like they're just cutting out a lot and all the time. Really short and nothing dramatic, but just seem to always have issues. So these did advertise a 2.5 hour battery life. I tested them out a couple of times and they definitely get that 2.5 hours, and then you should get about 6 charges out of the case. So finally we have the Moxpad M6. So this came in a small black box, had a user manual, the 2 earbuds and a charging case. These actually didn't come with a charging cable, which was quite weird, and no extra ear tips. Some of the other AliExpress sellers I saw had a little case and ear tips and a charging cable. There's no room left in the box, so they must come separate. They definitely don't come with this product. These straight out of the box feel a lot heavier, a lot larger, a lot bigger battery. The one that I bought didn't actually say how big the battery was, but I've looked into it further and it doesn't say it on the instructions, it doesn't say it on the box, but I've looked into some other sellers that had it advertised and they advertised that it was 2,200 milliamps, which is a crazy amount compared to the others. The others were 400 and 300, so 2,200. This also has a charging port on the case for USB, so you'll be able to charge up your phones and use it as a little battery backup as well. So just an extra little thing with these. These are a lot more bulky in the ear. They have a little wingtip and they twist into your ear. They stick out a lot further than the others, but they actually sound a lot better. One of the things that made me look at these earbuds is that the hertz rating was a lot lower. The rest started at 20 hertz and went up to around 20,000 hertz. These started at 10, which means that you're getting a lot lower frequency. I don't always trust the stats on AliExpress. Sometimes the same products on multiple stores have different stats. So I was wary with these that they might not be as good as advertised, but they did advertise that 10 hertz, and listening to these, they're way better than the other two. These are quite loud, clear, they have a cooler sound signature, they have that larger frequency that they advertise, and they just sound a lot better than the other two. Especially when you're listening to hip hop or rap, you actually get a pretty good bass. Compared to the others, just a way better bass, way better sound. Again, like the others, they will sound better if you use a better ear tip. The ear tips that come with all these are just really thin and really cheap. If you do try a foam tip or a better silicone tip, get a better seal, they will sound even better, and these will sound really good. I tested these out for a run, stayed in my ear. One thing is, if you do use a different ear tip for that better seal, they didn't clip into the charging case quite as good. The build quality of these seems better than the others. I'm not sure about the design. These have a little bit of a quirky wingtip and they do stick out a little bit further, but they have a bit of a soft touch coating. They feel higher quality. They have a little bit of a chrome edging to them, and overall they just feel like a better product. The button is quite small on these and you have to push quite hard. So if you are trying to answer phone calls or skip through songs while wearing them, it won't be quite as easy with these. But at the same time, if you're adjusting them, you won't accidentally hit the button. Definitely get over 10 meters before it cuts out. Also, other than the sound, they also had the best Bluetooth connection out of all of them, maybe because they stick out a little bit further, but I didn't get any cutouts with these. If you do cover your ear, you will still get a cutout because they lose connection from left to right, and actually swaps left to right now and then. If I did do that when I was mucking around with them, I just did it again and it fixed it. With these, they advertise a 3.5 hour battery life. I actually got around 4 hours. I listened to a podcast for a little bit of that, but mostly music, and definitely get that 3.5 hours. So summing all this up, I think the TWS has the best design. It sits the furthest in the ear, stays in your ear really nice. It's really compact. Magnets in the earbuds, has the best LEDs, but the sound just isn't that great on these. I would use these, but I can't get past the delay. I can't watch videos, can't watch YouTube or movies, so I probably just won't use these. If you're just commuting and listening to music, you want something small, I'd say these are pretty good, but the sound's just not that great and that delay just does it for me. The Air60s, I don't really like the sound of them. There's too many cutouts. They just cut out constantly. You can't go for a run or a walk or go work out at gym with it just cutting out all the time. It just wrecks it, keeps your mind off what you're doing, and I wouldn't recommend that you buy the Air60s. Moxpad, if you don't mind how far they stick out and the design, these are probably going to be the best out of all the bunch. They just sound way better than the others. Bluetooth connection is way better than the others, so I do recommend these. I think these are a really nice set of earbuds. So I do have a lot more earbuds coming to review. I've got some in the previous video if you check them out, and like I said at the start, if you have a set of earbuds that you think tick all the criteria that I mentioned, under $50, fits comfortable, Bluetooth, sounds great, comment down below and maybe I'll add them to the list, and let's see if we can find the best budget Bluetooth earbuds.